Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining me again. This is Barry Selby. You may figure that out if you're watching my broadcast. And this is number 4 in a series, which is entitled Permission Granted, an Invitation. And this is for the ladies. And today's topic is going to be perhaps more in your face, more controversial, certainly more perfunctory, because this is really the core of the work I find myself doing with my clients. And it's based on the conversation I had last night. So I'll get to that and explain. So the topic today in this particular broadcast is ladies, stop becoming men. And that may sound like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So let me explain that. What I mean is that so many women I know, and a conversation I had last night speaks to this. The woman I was talking to last night was self-identifying herself as being in a man's world, acting like a man, and being raised by brothers. And we talked about this. I'm not mentioning names. She expressed that she was like a tomboy growing up, and many women I've worked with as clients, in fact I dated a couple like this, were tomboys growing up, because that was the culture and that was the need they had to survive and thrive in their environment. So many women, and I'm going right to the cause here, but many women have been raised in an environment where they thought they'd be better off acting like men than acting like a woman. And in business, in particular, that's become a normal paradigm and function. So what the invitation is, in a simple way, is stop doing that. But let me explain more about it and get into this a bit more. In this world of business, in this world of life, in this world of expression, the business environment is really built for the male mindset, like this bit in here, basically. And many women have been trained and have educated themselves to be of a similar mindset in this environment. So many women out there I know, and a lot of my clients in particular that I've noticed with a lot, who are business women, successfully expressing their business and being successful in business. That was like 3 ways of saying the same thing, I think. But many women I've worked with and I've seen out there have a very hard-edged masculine energy about themselves. And it's not a very healthy thing. In fact, not only is it not healthy, not healthy, not only is it not effective ultimately for expressing themselves, it's not healthy either. I have a friend of mine who's a health coach, a woman, who said so many women are burning out their adrenals, they're destroying their hormones and their own feminine chemistry because they've been too much like men in business. So in some ways, this is a request to help you stop hurting yourselves, even punishing and injuring yourselves. So when I say for ladies, stop acting like men, in the business world especially, it's challenging, I know, because the business world, as I said, is structured more for the male mindset. However, I should say, as a different perspective, however, yeah, same thing. What I'm attempting to say and express to you is that there's a shift that is so needed right now, and I've said this in my previous videos too, a shift of a change that is needed for women out there and for the world in general. I shared this in a previous video, and I've talked about this before on Facebook. The Dalai Lama has been quoted as saying, it was back in 2006, I think it was, in Canada, he was giving out an award at a peace conference. For the saying of the context, he was quoted as saying, the world will be saved by the Western woman. I agree with that. However, I believe he missed a word, or I should say he implied a word that wasn't said, and people have misquoted him ever since. What I believe he meant, and this is Barry Selby's personal expression, is the world will be saved by the Western feminine woman. Because I believe firmly that the feminine energy is what's missing on this planet, big time. In business, in society, in culture, particularly in this country known as America, I firmly believe that the feminine energy that women bring is lacking. And not only lacking, but is desperately needed to give us balance and to give us, frankly, a healthy expression of what the world is needing. The male mindset that has driven the society for the last 200-300 years, including Europe, has put us in a place of warlike environment, combative, competing, and destructive energetics that deny global warming, to be blunt, but also don't take into account other people. It's a very selfish way of doing things, which unfortunately is a male way of doing things to a large degree. Now, I'm not talking about the mature or the developed masculine. I'm talking about just basic male instinct. Ladies, your feminine energy has been depleted when you've been acting like that as well. Now, some of us can't help it. I mean, I'm saying I've evolved and done some work, but many men out there don't care, as you may have noticed in the political scene. But energetically, this world is suffering because women aren't living their feminine. It's so needed. I mean, it's a simple way of putting it, but it's so desperately needed right now because I don't think we're going to survive as a planet for more than another 50 years, 100 years if we don't do something different. We've passed a couple of, what's the word I'm looking for? Points of no return in the conversation about the environment, according to some scientists, largely based on the fact that we're in this totally taking, getting, grabbing, competing, winning mode, which is a male mindset, to extract more oil and more things on the planet. The feminine energy, which is the force of nature itself, yes, nature itself, will be much more effective to create a more holistic environment, including a more environmentally inclusive way of doing things. So this speech is becoming more like a save the planet talk, but in truth what I'm saying is for the ladies out there, we need you in your feminine. We, men, need you in your feminine. So again, back to the point at the beginning, which is ladies, stop pretending to be and stop acting like men. It's not serving you, it's not serving us, it's not serving the planet. So this is basically a succinct message. I mean, there's a lot more to talk about, and I may go in this further in further talks, but this one I want to say clearly. For you ladies out there, besides the fact that it's going to save the planet, not there's any pressure there, but it's also going to ruin your relationships. In fact, talking to the same lady I mentioned last night, her history with men has been less than ideally successful because of the fact that she's so much in a masculine. And as I said, a lot of my clients I've coached have helped them soften from their masculine into their feminine to attract a healthy relationship that is more balanced. Because when you're in masculine and you're dating a man who's in masculine, it's competitive. It's not collaborative. So ladies, if you want some help, reach out to me. But please share this with your friends and followers and other people out there on Facebook and social media land. This is part of a series I'm doing called Permission Granted, the invitation, which is really to invite you, ladies, to step into a more feminine, more leadership, more full expression of your beingness in the world. I'm talking about this personally, but I'm talking about it globally for the planet too. So ladies, thank you for watching this, and please share this out. I've got I've got a few more talks to come up with, but this is number 4 in a series. Please watch my previous ones. And again, please share this out with your friends. I think that's it. And I didn't see any comments to answer, so I guess we're good. Thanks for watching, and please, please take care of yourselves out there more and more. And love yourself more than you did yesterday. It will change your life. Thanks a lot.